know. We're trying to keep a low profile.
I would go. Only I can't abandon my post here, and time is running short. It would mean a lot to Queen Unuratu and the rebellion.
Hey, Lara, do you have a minute? Come over if you have time. Uchu has something to ask you. Uchu and I were talking, and, well...
Uchu, what's on your mind?
The day of Etzli's coronation is approaching. Soon he will be a man and take the first steps towards becoming Paititi's future king.
That sounds like a day to look forward to.
It's the hope for that day that keeps a lot of us fighting Amaru and his cult.
Sometimes we all need to remember what we're fighting for. Is there something I can help you with?
When Etzli's father Sairi died, Unuratu bestowed the honor of surrogate father onto me. One of my duties is to gather 3 sacred items for the ceremony.
But with all that's happening right now, you aren't able to. What are these items?
They are the Savior's amulet, the champion's bow, and the king's horn. Each a blessing from the ancestors of the future king.
Tell me what you need, and I'll see what I can do.
I already have men retrieving the amulet and bow, but if you could find Kabil, the instrument maker, and get the king's horn from him, you would be doing us a great favor. He's been difficult. I sent 2 men and both have failed. Perhaps you could talk to his wife.
I think I can manage that.
Be mindful. Kabil can be prickly sometimes, but Abra, his wife, has a way of dulling his edges.
Jonah, I think I'm close to the mine entrance.
Uchu says it's at the edge of the mountain. He sent a rebel ahead to open it.
Thanks. Here it is. I'll need to be careful.
Kabuji kuhelani, tulakas tuushan, telumo, teiko, taktehao kabuji kmei, ganukimi dunkin, mushaka, menusata
I'm in.
Unuratu just left with Hakan. She'll be ready when you open the gate.
ni kakale, yanu yantala suktal yetel ukil el kiko. Walkila, shena choabach.
Malo.
On the right track. Careful.
Shipal chuko so okwautan.
Takbelama. Maukatuyal, tuskutati kuba, lekushul makobo.
Oksajolale nonojo. Vale misbalu belal. Yankoksik tuyole kukulkal nevejo.
Minja, minma.
¡Puta! ¡Kubai, Chile, llevo!
This looks like the right place. There's the gate I need to open.
Juntulkimen, juntulin lakon, shimbaltesh lekuch. Bin juntulin lakzilon, tun kustal yabachkin. Ano pochton? Besab juntulin lakzilon, yanekashtik mashpetech. Kimen, kukulkan kun kamik. Unach ubin katbil jolalelo. Manach kun sigbaesh, janinkashtikon. Waya boneja chasav malov. Shul saltulakal. Janubin impactic.
Now, I need to open that gate. The gate mechanism might be on the top of that wall.
Tuni, Shokol, Kalampil!
Mother! Would you get him out of here?
Jonah.
How's Edsley?
Fine. They got him out, but Unaratu was captured.
Oh no. Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm going after the box. I don't know how long it'll take.
Do what you have to.
Thanks. The Eye of the Serpent. That's it. Looks like there's a temple down there. I got Unaratu captured. What's Dominguez gonna do with her? As long as he needs the box, he'll keep her alive. I hope. November 26th, 1603. At dinner, Lopez asked me if I believed these heathens were worthy of the artifact's alleged power. I had to admit that the Paititians seemed noble and industrious. However, their taut skin, stretched tight over sinewy muscles, and lack of shame made them more similar to beasts. And what of our leaders in the society? He then asked. Should they be able to wave their perfumed and ring fingers in any direction and expect us to obey? To return and sit at their side when they beckon, Do they not treat us as inferior beings, as beasts as well? I had no answer. What he'd said was heresy and treason, but in some way, I wondered if it wasn't the truth. Who made these things? It's high, but I could dive. This is incredible. Up there. It's just a noise. These must be the Trinity soldiers who went missing. It should still turn. This rosary has 6 decades instead of the usual 5. A very ornate example of the brigantine version. There appears to be an engraving. Andreas Lopez. Something's blocking this. Something must be blocking the mechanism. There we go. Need to rotate it myself. to find a way across. Behind that door. That middle snake spigot to the crank. I'll need to tether that middle snake spigot to the crank. Tether that middle snake spigot to the crank. I'll need to tether that middle snake spigot to the crank. I can use that middle snake spigot to climb and destroy the debris. I can use that middle snake spigot to climb and destroy the debris. I can use that middle snake spigot to climb and destroy the debris. I can use that middle snake spigot to climb and destroy the debris. can use that middle snake spigot to climb and destroy the debris. I can use that middle snake spigot to climb and destroy the debris. I can use that middle snake spigot to climb and destroy the debris. All right. I'll need to use the crank to position the spigot so the water flows to the wheel. I'll need to use the crank to position the spigot so the water flows to the wheel. I'll need to use the crank to position the spigot so the water flows to the wheel. I'll need to use the crank to position the spigot so the water flows to the wheel. Now I'm getting somewhere. This'll do. Almost done. from. I'll need to tether that snake spigot to the crank. I'll need to tether that snake spigot to the crank. I'll need to tether that snake spigot to the crank. Good. This is promising. I'll need to remove the debris from the snake spigot. It won't turn. I'll need to remove the debris from the snake spigot. I'll need to remove the debris from the snake spigot. I'll need to remove the debris from the snake spigot. I'll need to remove the debris. to use the crank to position the spigot so the water flows to the wheel. I'll need to use the crank to position the spigot so the water flows to the wheel. I'll need to use the crank to position the spigot so the water flows to the wheel. I'll need to use the crank to position the spigot so the water flows to the wheel. I'll need to use the crank to position the spigot so the water flows to the wheel. I'll need to use the crank to position the spigot so the water flows to the wheel. I'll need to use the crank to position the spigot so the water flows to the wheel. I'll need to use the crank to position the spigot so the water flows to the wheel. These figures, they look like those creatures, but they're graceful. Yashil, goddesses of protection. The silver box of Ishal was forged in paradise and brought to earth. Did those creatures make the box? Neither false gods nor zealots shall be allowed to pass. They're protecting it. Is that why they fought me so viciously? Here they keep the box until the sun's renewal. Here. It has to be here. An eclipse and a heron, like the tattoos on Onuratu's arm. But where's the box? Oh no, a foreshock. All full up. Can't carry any more. I can use these to climb out of here. I'll have to jump. There's no other way. Whatever those things are, doesn't really matter while they're chasing you. Who left those carvings of the heron and the eclipse? I have to talk to Unuratu about them.
Juntul chantul, mabinte kashi lumobo, inishetail. Yapsak bensilil, ukalmahubaobi. Tenemish bikin, kin hokoltela.
Tak bello, jani wilik mau shumpachtik le cash yabach kinobo.
Mishmakulak kupaktalujilik. Chen.
Are you okay?
Ma, piskole kimeno tuchajin bakil, bultsole mishmak oxaholtiken. Tuchaj!
A dead man took your dice. Are you sure you didn't lose them?
Hachka sanich heshulakobo.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'll tell you what. I'll pay very close attention, and if I see Pisco the dead, I'll ask for your dice back.
Hachhag, kaukesaholtiken.
It wouldn't be the first time the dead seemed to speak to me.
Lara, if you can hear me,
I'm here.
we're not in Unuratu's. We're in a cave nearby. The entrance is marked with a heron and an eclipse.
On my way.
Sok, guau chukokta lupol le mobo? Tinguilaj mejen palal tanusitop bei cabras? Teichi lukashi le cajó, tukimesajenob yetel hasajol, que shi wat sokuman, uyajile hela, lok bayan.
Not quite yet, I'm afraid.
Hach mabello, valeyana betik, hel vishle mejen palaloba, kelili unakal, yolov tijel bashak, tuyilajop te canalo.
Kalambil, uishetail unurato. Mahashnatsi kabajignal, leuach batelilov balam. Mantats hachtan ujiliko joksal. Wayambash kusholal. Tsoko leminanu chaikob otzilil.
Maybe they could provide support. Do you have it?
It was a trap. The box was taken and Unuratu was captured.
We heard. We're working on a plan.
She's being held at the prison by the old temple. Hakan led a raid, and was taken too.
We'll charge the bridge that leads to the prison.
It's aggressive. What if I climb up here, free her, and then signal to attack.
That could work. Etzli's scouting the temple in the upper district. He could find you a way in.
I'll go talk to him.
We'll have backup ready once you get her out.
Sounds good.
For strength and safety.
Thank you.
Lara.
I'll get her out.
I know.
Really? You believe that? The great Sinchichika and the shield of the Age Maker.
Why not?
Listen to yourself. It's a myth.
Unuratu believes it. That's enough for me.
It's a story, Koryanka.
It's real. I know it is.
It's just something our parents told us when we were kids.
No, you're wrong, Kumya. The shield will unite us.
The only things we should trust in to defeat Kukulkan are our skills and our wits.
Well then, seeing as neither are your strong suit, I suggest you get back to your training. Lara.
Yes?
I am Koryanka. Unuratu has spoken very highly of you. I was the one who opened the way to the old barracks when Etzli was captured. You played a part in that as well. We are sisters of the same cause.
Ah, I see. Your tattoo, are you...
One of the shorn ones, yes. But that was another life. Before Amaru, when we stood for something else. He dissolved my order in favor of his priests. I am all that is left. But I swore an oath. Never take a step backwards in battle. So now I wear the colors of the rebellion. I am duty-bound to Queen Unuratu.
Well, the reputation of the Shorn Ones is well known to me. Historically speaking, it's an honor.
You're too kind.
I heard you speak of Emperor Sinchichika.
Yes, the first emperor of Paititi. He is Unuratu's ancestor. He made this age everything we see, touch, smell, everything we fight for now.
I've never heard of this shield before, the
shield of the Age Maker. It is the evidence this rebellion needs that Unuratu is the one to lead Paititi into the next age. Inscribed on the shield is the ordination ritual. The ritual will prove Queen Unuratu is the next Age Maker, that only she may create destiny, and not that false god Amaru.
And where is the shield?
Hidden. Deep within the mountain, beyond the path of Huracan.
The path of Huracan?
It is a trial, designed to test all those who seek the shield.
You've already tried?
That was my mission before Etzli was captured. Unfortunately, I had to divert. Since his rescue, the cult knows we're planning something, so... Now I must prepare our fighters, and the shield must wait. Only I fear that if we wait too long, Amaru may get to it first and deny Unuratu's claim.
If Amaru gets the shield, he can unite Paititi behind whatever story he chooses and proclaim himself the Age Maker. He'll remake the world as he sees fit.
Yes.
That can't happen.
I was hoping you would say that.
That's my friend over there with Uchu. His name's Jonah. I'll contact him if I find anything.
I'll stay close to him. Thank you, Lara.